Ah,
Yeah.
wait,
Put
let
it
me
in
think of an
context, like
example.
how like how open is your generation? Because like in our generation, in my generation and like Vito's generation, we sort of have this discretion for everything that we know, so we don't just simply open up about a lot of things. I mean, I do have friends that I can talk with, but I can't just share anything under the bus because I want to keep things to myself sometimes. Although we do have different preferences. But as you said earlier, most of your generations, the people you know, tend to become really open with things they are experiencing. Does this something have to do with their mental stability, mental health, or be it relationships with the opposite sex or the same sex? What I want to know.
Yes, the ones you mentioned. When it comes to their mindset, that they would be okay with things that shouldn't be fine. Kana bitang bawal unta ni buhaton ng butang pero gina-normalize man nila kay ani ana. Mao dayon sobraan, overboard bitaw. Okay, mag-state ko na iya-iyang preference isang tao depende na na sa ilaha. But since gaas mo sa akong opinion about ana, on first example sa na-mention nimo tong relationships, right? You know, I've been with a lot of people. I mean, not date them. Like, I have a lot of friends who tell me things. A lot of friends is very open with me about the relationship. And one thing I can really notice is that they're not serious and they're very open. When I mean very open, they would like again, it's preferences. Ilahan ng life, kung silang buhat ng silang life, ilahan na na. Pero when I say na very open sad kay kanang they would be fine with sleeping with anyone despite having a significant other. Kay na ko friends ingana sa una. And it kind of bothered me, but of course I talked to them about it. Bothered me nga, okay raman guro, why kung aware ang significant others imong kuan. But imagine like put yourself in the shoes of katong significant other bit. Taong unsay yung ma-feel. You're doing that with this certain someone, but then unsay ma-feel. Unsay ma-feel sa significant other. Yeah, they're very open about sa relationships. I have a lot of friends, oh no, when I was going out to just have um some connection, one night stand was that, with certain people who's in relationships and some of them are married. So me observing from afar, that bothered me. Like, oh man, this is the world we live in right now. And then wala bitaw nila gyud una na unsa kay ma-feel sa significant other ato na tao. So again, preferences na per sa ko kay kaka-bother lang ko. And of course, I honestly tell my friends that na, uy, lain kay imong gabuhaton bay kay imagine na gani ikaw to ang usually kay girlfriends man ang gasulti sa ko about ana na things. Imagine na gani na ikaw tong uyab ani sa laki and then wait, excuse me.
We have some
Is
we have some technical difficulties, but that's fine. Uh, but you know, being open, huh? I mean, we're kind of like a conservative kind of gen, right? Nick, if I say so
we
myself.
are we are. I
But
mean,
oh,
mhm.
she's back.
I'm sorry I got called out
No, no, it's okay.
by my mom.
Continue.
Anyway,
Sure,
so
it's okay.
koan niya to what if ikaw to nasa shoes niya and most of them, I know not most of them, all of those girls answered na dili naman na akong sala. Like no, it's partly your fault. It's both of you and the guy's fault. Kay when do you not feel guilty about what you're doing though? Like you're deceiving someone. You're acting like nothing happened, but something did happen. So I'm very sensitive about that. Yeah, that's when I said very
Mhm.
open. Sobrang open. I mean, ilan naman ang preference, pero nakabother lang ko ba kay kanang dako ba yan na damage and trauma sa katong victim, which is the significant other.
So are
Yeah.
you speaking from experience, or was that just an example? I need to make this clear. Are you
Okay.
speaking from experience, or was that just an example?
It's not experience, but kanang ako ba'y
It
kinasultihan,
was
like
just
I
an
said.
example.
Yeah,
Ah,
exact.
okay, okay.
Kuan, nakahitabo
Understood,
din siya.
understood.
Based sa akong
Yeah, it happens.
friends, sa akong mga
It does.
ila. Yeah.
I mean,
Do
that
you
is
have
quite
a
true though, because right, Vito, you go.
no no? I was gonna say, do you have a like an opinion on that?
Yeah, I mean, I do have to agree with Zena, with especially with a lot of teens getting married early or getting pregnant, because there was actually a study last year in
Uh huh.
Malay of the sudden increase of teenage pregnancy, and it was a major concern. It was actually posted in a local Facebook page in Malay City exclusive, and it was a hot topic for everybody because who's to blame for such a thing? I mean, of course, the factor is the parents. The factors could be the social media, the exposure the teens are being thrown into. There are a lot of factors and considerations that we could actually say that those things are true. And the thing is, it is hard for us to find a solution, especially with the kind of environment that we live in right now. We have a lot of influencers that say otherwise. We have a lot of conservatives who would also say otherwise. And the real problem is no one can agree on one thing because they have their own opinion about the matter. That's just my piece, though. And I don't mean to say that Zena's generation is getting worse because that is a part of like how things are naturally being supposed to be, because we live in a different we live in times where things change a lot, so we could never really tell which generation was good, which generation was bad. The only thing that can determine which is good is the end product, the kind of results the generation gives, and we can only actually see that right after a certain horizon, especially when the generation of Xena become professionals in their own field. I mean, they could do a lot better. Just because they're young, they're quite edgy, doesn't mean they're a bad generation. I think that's just my opinion.
Uh, just to let you add on that, you make it sound like our generation sucks, man. Cause like everything sucks right now.
I am just trying to
You
make
do
things.
realize you just made a point that our generation is like the professional now, and everything around
I
is
know.
happening is like shit.
It sucks. I know. That's why I'm saying we should give them a chance because they in the future they may be better than us. I mean,
Yes.
they could be edgy as shit right now, but
Right.
in the future, give them like 10 years, they could be actually better. I
Yeah.
don't mean to. Yeah, that's yeah.
I mean, you put a good point that they're doing okay, and then we're doing like shit crap show. Yeah. But I mean, I guess I digress on that. I actually thought,
Right.
okay, so like the I mean, she made good points. Uh, like I don't disagree, but the concept that was open, right? I actually thought it was like being open to like not being conservative, just more being too liberal. So like a lot of traditionals, well, a lot of tradition is being gone. So I thought it was like, like open skin, clothes, not being reserved. I thought it was that concept, but I mean, you know, she was talking about, like relationship status, some other concept of being open, of you know sexual stuff. But like honestly, I thought that was it. But you know what? That actually gave me a shocking like you know like topic, but I didn't wasn't expecting because that's what I thought. Did you think that too, Nick? When she said open minded?
I did too. We actually had the same thought, so that's why I had a lot of questions right now.
Okay, go ahead. Ask her a question.
I mean what I meant was earlier. Yeah, I
Oh,
had a lot of
earlier.
questions
Okay.
earlier,
Okay.
which Zeno answered quite beautifully.
Okay. Uh, does our secondary host want to ask something? AKA Zeke, not Zeke.
None. Wala. No objections.
Oh, oh, it wasn't like you have to agree or disagree. It was asking a question. Come on, man.
Hmm.
You
Oh,
have
no,
questions,
no question.
right? Come on,
Hindi
Zeke. You
kasi
have
asking yan
questions for
eh.
the younglings.
Yeah.
Younglings.
Diyan.
Bro, I can't ask any questions.
And
Hindi ko
I think I made it
mag-relate
sound bad
because
because
I'm
it's like
old.
a freaking yeah.
Ah,
What was that, Zeke?
Hindi ko makapangutana ba eh.
Why
Tiguang
not?
di ko,
Come
dili
on.
ko makakuan sa hip. Sa baka, dun sa hip, sa hat sa kon. Mga early generation.
So basically, you're saying you're coping up the same uh like comment or opinion as like okay, gotcha. Like,
Hindi.
do you wanna move on to a specific question? Do you want to ask Zena or a specific topic? What?
Ah, yes, yes. So I want to move from a different angle right now. So
Okay.
you mentioned earlier, let's talk about the common thing about the commonly asked question. So eh, amongst gamers. So in our generation, Vito,
Mm-hmm.
you have to agree on this one. We don't have a lot of girl gamers, right? In our
That's true.
generation.
That is true. That is very true.
That is very exposed that we know locally or even in other countries or other places. We don't have a lot of girl gamers, but as you can see with Xena's generation, there are tons of them, and I'm just like, am I born in the wrong generation? Joke,
Yes.
mang sorry, shirts. Yeah, it's like this.
Mm.
We seldom ask the question, why are we born in the wrong generation? Are we born in the wrong generation? Zena, how does it feel like being pulled out by other guys? And oh, how do you feel? Yeah, how does it feel na people or guys ask you about, oh, you're a girl, you play games. What games do you play? How do you feel being asked about these questions?
Um, Indifferent really. It's fine since they're asking questions. They're just asking
Was
questions. But what's
was
not
there even a
fine is
was
hmm?
okay?
No, continue.
Yeah. What if the guy starts hitting on you?
Oh yeah, that's the one I'm gonna add. That's the thing. You know, in games, I don't tell my gender. I never would reveal my gender rather. It's because it would be very bothersome. First, when I was playing a lot before, and then there would be girl gamers who would say that, "Hey, I'm a girl, please go easy on me." And you know what? The game would suck. I swear. Like the boys, everyone, like every boy there would be focusing on the girl than the game. So yeah, they would not kill the girl. They would let the girl kill them. Oh man, I swear it's a mess. And
I
also like when it comes to
I
hitting, so yeah, may mga kanang makig-party dahil pagkahuman. When I makig-parties like on mic, then like I don't know them. They're from either Manila or somewhere from Visayas, Luzon, Visayas. And then like, hey, open your mic. I don't have a choice. So I needed to open my mic. So I was like, hi. And you know what? They'll be like, unsay mo Facebook? Ano, what's your name? It's like, no, I don't use Facebook. I
uh
needed to lie because before when I told my Facebook, like, man, I said everything is flooding. It's really chaotic. So yeah, kind of bothersome to be honest. Like only the Sims, but the cool guys, like you guys, pretty cool, real nice.
Oh, cool guys. Zeke, did you hear that, Zeke?
Mm.
I'm cool, Zeke. I know it's we're. It was us. It was us. So anyway, a follow-up question on that one? No, it's not a question. It's like a comment. So so it's still a reality where guys actually freak out, especially if they realize that they're gaming with a girl. Now, on my part, if I was a girl gamer, I'd be freaking rich right now. I gotta tell you that one.
Oh yeah,
I'd
actually, in
have
the
a lot of in-game currencies. I'd ask if I'd still be playing MMORPG games. I'd ask boys, "Oh man, I'm so poor in game. Can somebody give me some freaking super rare weapon?" Ugh, and I'd be balling. You know what I mean?
you
I'd be
know,
balling.
actually before a lot of guys offered, yeah, those things. Like we could be
Oh,
friends or date, and I would give you these items. I mean, man, no,
let's go.
I don't want to use
Come on.
someone. I don't want to use
Let's do it.
them just for my own
Joke.
benefit.
Joke.
Like, hey,
I'm
we
just
can
joking.
I like date, and I would give you, and I would send you these things. Like, what? No, it's just for me. It's really a bad feeling, like using my
Right.
gender to gain advantage. Nah.
Man, I feel so guilty
Uh,
right now.
like I want to add on to what you said, right? Like
Yeah?
I w- like I want to point out there is a thing where I saw an actual female representative who was stating facts about Minecon. So this is like outside, right? There was a comment that
Minecon?
said, yeah, there was a comment that she said that it's funny how male dominance in gaming can be during these times, considering that she point a statistic of how now there are 48% female gamers, girl gamers. And to me, I'm kind of agreeing and also disagreeing because are showing up, or I don't know if they're showing up, but more open to playing games, you know, as a hobby similar to us, the males. So I do want to ask a question though, in in the topic of the harassment for, being known as a girl gamer. Um, Zena, like, what do you what defense mechanism, or like a certain like you know how they say you have a trick that you can escape such harassment? Like, what do you do to avoid these situations?
Um, all I can do is, and the thing is, I don't really want to lie, only white lies. So when they're really into it and they're digging deeper, I would just avoid them. Some of them would even still PM me now that, hey, wanna party? Party. And I was like, oh, I'm too busy. I'm with someone. I'm partying with a friend. Yeah. I would just avoid it, to be honest, until now, because I don't want to seem rude. In fact, that telling them it's bothersome, because I don't want to hurt their feelings. Though I did tell some of them that, hey, can you lay low, because it's making me very uncomfortable. But nah, there's no changes. Yeah. So I would just avoid it.
Okay, okay. Pretty pretty good assessment, and that you just avoid things such as that. No, uh, host Lick, would you like to
Yeah,
add
yeah.
any point of opinion? Like, avoiding is the only solution that they can do. Do you want to add on to something, like additional or support, whatever?
I mean that is the I think that is one of the most basic things that you could actually do. Ignore them, but sometimes they tend to really chase girls because like men can be really adamant or persistent. So what you need, so there are also ways where you can actually just, you know, sever the
Yeah,
connection,
I
block
gotcha.
them, or you gotta just tell them up front, like, what Zena said, that she's getting really uncomfortable. Or you could tell the authorities about it because we have laws that cover online interaction, and it is not limited to social media. It could also be it also covers gaming platforms because we are using the same internet, the same web access, be it games or in a formal setting or in a social media setting, could actually ask for damages, become rich. You know? You know what
Yep,
I'm
I
saying?
gotcha. Yeah. Zeke,
Yeah,
do you want to add on to that?
that is. Let me just finish. And
Oh,
I
sure.
am not joking about filing for damages. You can actually do that because that is your basic right to to respect and privacy.
Is it
Wholeheartedly
okay if
agree.
I'll add something to
Oh,
that?
sure, yes.
Okay, there are two guys when it comes to encountering a girl. First would be the simp one, the bonkiness, and the second one would be the one who's really against girls. Like really against girls. Yeah.
Oh,
But usually I encounter the first one, so when it comes to like against girls, they'll be like, oh, a girl, what a burden. Oh, a girl, another problem. It's like that. Pabuhat. Though,
oh.
yeah, I'm not good in games, so yeah.
You want to add on to that, like?
I do have a question. So you mentioned against girls. There are really are there really? Ah, it could be like in this context, right? They're gonna assume that you're not actually a gamer. You're just here for the attention. Am I right?
No,
Yes,
I don't think.
yes,
Oh,
that
is it
too.
though?
Also that, yeah,
Is
it's
it?
one of those.
Or it could be
Yeah,
one, but
that's
there
one of
could
it.
be other reasons. There could be other reasons like why there could be men who wouldn't welcome girls as gamers per se, because maybe this girl just wants attention. or there could be other reasons to which I do not know.
Actually, I wanna iterate what she said, which was she sometimes get males who feels that they're gonna have to, carry a certain game because there is a stereotype of female gamers not be able to keep up with in terms of gaming skills. That's what she, trying to like state. Do you believe in that? Like, you think that girls are tendency to have less gaming skill? Do you think that's what that is?
Actually, no, because I have to be honest with you. Although my wife doesn't play games now, previously she played a lot of
Hi
World
everyone.
Tanks. She's actually a good player. She has above average statistics. Because for me, when a girl tends to play, they become really confident, and it's very quite in their nature to be very competitive, especially with my wife. She actually took the game very serious to a point where she messes with me if I mess up, and I don't do that. And I was like, "Girl, this is just a game. Why you doing me like this?" And she was like, "Nah, nah, you're the one who taught me this, and why do you suck at this game even though like you've been playing this for years now?" And I was like, "Damn, girl." And
So she
one
she
time, there was this one time. It's not Sheila, it's other gamers in Net Central. They are the ones who are freaking loud. Like, what are you doing? Like, you know what? Girls, it's just my opinion. It's just my observation. I'm not really sure if it's it's still the truth, but girl gamers are very, very competitive.
okay,
They tend to
so
learn the game faster if they're given a chance. I mean, if Xena had the chance to play with us, if she had she had downloaded the games that we play, I think she'd be a lot better than me. I mean, yeah, I actually believe that.
I do want to add on to that. Actually, yes, I do say, right, that girls tend to be more competitive, which is true, which is true. Hence the reason why you got shit on by your wife. But I want to point out we do have someone, one of our hosts, who used to be very bad on a certain game that we used to play, which is well, we'll still play it right now, but Rainbow Six Siege and Proppy
Oh,
uh
oh
used to
yes.
be like really like I don't want to say her skill was terrible, but like she understood concepts of FPS. But the thing is, she would constantly die and die and die every round with no assistance or no kills. Like there was no like support at all with the game. But because of her consistency to learn and try to improve, like her skill became like literally average to at most higher average because when we started playing back again, she was constantly on a higher scoreboard than us. She was mostly getting the kills by that time. But when it comes to like, not able to play for a long time, it does makes an excuse that you would suck. But for her, she was just constantly playing and playing and playing until she got better. So I do say the stereotype of girls being terrible at games is not really non-existent if you think about, but it does seem to affect to the point what you had before, like, which was girls tend to play games for attention, which I don't think, you know girl gamers tend to condone, because like that's not really what they want to show, right?
Yeah, yeah, I have to agree on that one. So as so let me let me go back to what Zena Zena said about about being a girl gamer.
Okay.
Um, do you have plans to play other games, Zena, aside from League of Legends? Because I've seen you play, although I have actually seen you play during our time in STG, and yeah, you were actually doing quite well. So aside from MOBA games, are you interested in playing FPS just like Froppy or
Oh, actually, before I used to play a lot of games when we were still in Malaybalay. I mean, yeah, before we used to rent a house, so I had the chance to play games. And then afterwards, during in high school, I rented a pad, so I had the time to go to internet cafes and always, overnight, every day and night. But then, karon is wala na jud ko kay ka game og ayo, and yeah, League of Legends ra akong kuan ron. First person games kay it's nice. I used to play Crossfire before, I Counter Strike, and siya man siya, but ang problema nako ana is ah kalit ra ko makurat kana bitong kung i-shoot ko, like I would literally stand up from my chair just because I was startled. And just yeah, I suck at that. Do I play a lot of games before? I'm trying Valorant now actually. Last month. Though I didn't really quite play a lot because my time is limited when I went to Balay. It was fun. I like Valo. I would want to play more. Also, I'm open to other games, so if there's a chance, I wanna play a lot of different games.
Okay. Well, she does want. She's interested in playing other games. Do you want to add on to anything there, Lake?
I just want to tell you guys that I ended the live video because the internet is quite slow, but I do have a recorded copy, so I'm just gonna edit some of this and upload it on the
Yeah.
page.
No problem. Yeah. No problem.
Yeah, I do have this recorded because it is a very good conversation. Now I wanna go back to the uh, the
The
moment where Vito said that about the gamers having attention. I mean, girl gamers just wanting to have attention from other guys. I think I have to agree on Vito that it's actually quite non-existent because of the fact that when Vito mentioned earlier about girl gamers being separated on a specific genre, just like I'd rather call them mobile gamers rather than actual gamers because
yes.
I think if you can actually see the trend in our social media, most women actually showcase Mobile Legends, not a lot of PC games.
True.
I mean, there are people who play cross platforms just like Genshin Impact, but it's just
That's
very
true.
new, and most of them actually play on the phone instead on the PC. But because of it being a cross platform, there's still something in me that does not consider the game to be an actual gamer because Genshin Impact is actually just gotcha game on steroids, although it does have a good gameplay and story overall. Mm,
Okay. Pretty good. Pretty
okay,
good.
okay,
So, now, do you want to move into our next session? Our next, because it's like it's already been like an hour or
an
so.
hour?
Do you, yeah?
Oh,
Do you want to move on to the hard hitting questions that we can start, or
oh, let's go.
let's go? Okay,
Let's
so
go.
I mean, uh, who starts it off?
Let's start with Zeke. Zeke, do you
Yes,
have like a
yes.
very hard hitting question, Zeke? You were very quiet for an hour now. I guess you should have a
Yeah.
hard hitting question that's gonna blow everyone's mind.
Na
Yep.
wala ko yung nakuan ba? O ko na yung mga hard questions.
Ugh,
No, it's a hard hitting question for Zena. Do you have something
Na
that you want
una
to
na
ask?
to. Una sa ako.
Okay. Well, go. What? Ikaw Lake or ako? What is it?
Um,
ikaw na said.
Me. Me.
Yeah,
Okay.
you.
A hard hitting
You had the
question.
honors.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Hard hitting question, right? Hmm. Oh. Okay. So, Zena,
mm-mm,
do you have a certain issue with cause um I know it's very hard, right? It's very hard right now for you to have like specific uh strength in terms of internet connection, or just um you're very far away, you live far away, and the signal is always very low on certain conditions that will affect, such as weather. Now, here's the thing for me: students nowadays are all in virtual, they're all online. Now, as a person who has very slow internet, and there are things like classes going on, how do you cope up on trying to learn when it comes to strength signals, such as internet being down so you won't be able to join classes, or just won't be able to fully grasp online classes at all because of your condition? How do you like cooperate, or I don't know, what do you
mm.
do in a sense?
Oh, actually, most teachers, rather, after classes, they would send a recorded video of the last session. So I would watch it. Yeah, I would watch it and take notes. And also use other materials that the teachers will be given to us, so that I'll be able to keep up.
So
Yeah.
you don't I mean, you do feel the immersiveness when you're on a live of online, but considering that you don't, you just compensate to whatever they give you on a after class or on a later basis, and then that's when you start. Yeah, you're right. No, you start taking down notes and stuff. Well, let's say, what if there are exams, and they wanna, I don't think that they let, right, like I don't think they take face to face exams nowadays, right? Or
They
not
don't.
yet. They don't, right? So
Not yet.
how
Yeah, they don't.
do students such as yourself able to take exams when your internet itself is very slow? Like, I think that's kind of hard, right, to
Okay, I'm
learn.
gonna say something about that. It's that we don't have exams. Luckily, in books, so exams don't exist. But there are quizzes, there are what do you call this? There are assignments, activities, and major outputs.
Oh,
They're actually very considerate. The teachers are very considerate when it comes to deadlines too, because yeah, some of them would know how difficult it is when it comes to internet connection because they've encountered it themselves.
I like that. I like that. Man, like in our times, exam is exam. And when they tell
Yeah, bro.
you straight up, we're having a pop quiz, and the only thing you can ask, yo, did you study? No,
Not nah, bruh. We have an
it's all
exam? Do
it's
we
all
even have an
stock
exam?
knowledge, man. It's all stock knowledge. So it's like
I,
that's why,
I,
yeah.
it's like this.
though there are times
Eh,
na kanang dili ma-record sa teacher and we have a quiz, then dili ma-record. So, ang katong wala dyan naka-appeal is wala na. Finish na.
Oh
Hmm.
no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's actually that's actually pretty bad. I mean, you're on an online platform which is supposed to be flexible and
Yeah.
convenient, and then you still miss your exams. It's how do you what
Kasi na, ang
Like
books
how
is
did that happen?
kuan jud kayo, kain jud kayong books na school, no cap. Grabe jud
Although
siya
al-
ka-fun.
although although I can sometimes empathize in people with a very very slow internet connection, or people who don't actually have the or like they live in a place that's actually geographically isolated. There's no internet connection. I think that's actually pretty hard.
see
Yeah,
see what I mean.
I mean
That's what
it.
I'm saying. It's a hard hitting question, right? Like
Yeah,
as mentioned, she said that if dili ma-record and she missed the a pop quiz or exam, you just
no,
get
you're
nothing.
dead. So
Yeah.
you're just basically oh damn.
You, you
It's
know what
that's
I mean?
And
yeah.
So
also kanang kuan nalang ko i-add, is it okay?
yeah, yeah.
I wanna say that
Yeah,
Books is a
sure.
very kind school, very considerate. Kaya na ako'y friend na she was ranting in our GC. It's about nag-exam sila, but then she wasn't able to take it kaya na-disgrasya siya. Na-disgrasya siya, so technically grabe siya kadaghan samad, and then nag-email siya sa iyang teacher about it. And then ang ingon na sa iyang teacher kay dili na daw na niya sala na wala siya ka-exam. I mean dili na sala sa teacher. So yeah, it's a missed thing. And she was so mad at her. It was like a very painful thing
Cha.
to hear from a friend.
That is something that does tend to open up because like there are things that could happen like that, but then that could be solved in a negotiation, right? Like in a matter of
Yeah,
like because
since it was an accident. Nobody ever wants to be in an accident. It's
yeah,
not negligence. It's not something you do willfully because it's an accident. I mean, things like that happen which are out of your control, except when you're really negligent. But it was an accident, so I think it was quite right for the student to be open about her frustrations.
yes,
Although it's
Yeah,
quite
bless
surprising
them.
that it's also quite surprising that the school actually gave consideration. Am I right, Zina? The
Kanang
school did
swerte lang mi
give
sa
her
bukso
that.
dyan og teachers. I don't know what happened, pero wala naman guro gi-miss naman 'to sa iyaha kay it didn't only happen sa isa nako ka friend, two friends, different schools. Ang isa is na-miss niya kay did something na important kay silang family, and then wala siya ka-take sa quiz and wala na jud kita-take. Katod ang isa is exam kay na-aksidente. And more
mm,
lagi, like, I just want to say na thank you, Bukidnon State University, and thank you for the teachers there.
Oh, so that
It's
was
not,
like
you're welcome.
sarcasm.
no, it's not in Bukso.
Mm,
It's in different schools. It's not in Bukso.
Oh,
Bukso, they're very
oh,
considerate.
okay.
The teachers in the school,
Oh,
very considerate.
okay. All right. So I was assuming that the teachers involved were from Bukso.
No,
Yeah,
no,
I
no.
mean, yeah, true. Teachers in McKinney State University are very considerate. I actually do my master's, and I still have a lot of requirements that need to be finished, but they are very considerate,
Mm-mm.
and they know that we live in a very, let's just say, a very new normal. So we are still transitioning from that phase. We actually still have a lot to go through. And yeah, that is true. Teachers in Buksu.
Mm-mm.
Speaking of which, you know where I'm going at this, you know
Oh,
where I'm going
no.
at this question. Speaking of
Oh,
mm.
teachers. Oh no.
But wait, hold on.
Oh no.
Before you ask,
All right, all right,
uh,
all right, all right.
is this a hard hitting question, or is it not a hard hitting question?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or is this like a follow
I
up?
think it is.
Okay.
Ah, it is a hard question.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. So, how does it feel, Zena? I mean, in my life, in my entire life as a student, I've never come, I've never been in a group with my instructors or in my with my teachers because to me, they are very intimidating. My instructors at that time were so professional that I can't talk about things that I like. I can't talk about normal things because I only talk to them with class or my requirements. And now you come here, you're experiencing the very thing that I think most of us here did not experience. Right, Vito?
That is
Was there
actually
one
not
time that you
wrong.
were really so you were
Uh,
able to be like casual with your instructor?
Me, yeah.
Yeah, all right. Let's take Vito off the list, but for me,
Okay, go ahead.
I've never been really casual with my instructors. So, Zena, how does it feel to be somewhat casual to your instructor? I will not mention the name of your instructor as this will be for your safety. And
And
this will
confidential.
be and confident. It is confidential. We will not mention names. You should not mention names, but we do know from our intelligence. See, hey, bitch, let's go.
Yeah,
So
all right,
Oh,
anyway,
let's go.
based on our intelligence, we have received reports or we have somebody talking that you were quite casual with one of your previous instructors. Not in college, in high school. So how does it feel, Zena? How does that make you
actually,
feel?
oh,
Aren't you ashamed? Joke.
actually, it's
Joke lang, joke lang.
indifferent. You
So,
know,
oh, it's
yes,
indifferent. Okay, okay.
actually, I've been always close with the teachers since elementary. It's because I'm
Oh,
always the outcast and a sick kid. So technically, teachers would monitor me from time to time because I might faint. Yeah,
ah,
I'm the sick kid and the outcast. That means I don't get along with my classmates. So even in grade 7, in other grades, I would eat lunch with my teacher. They might be male or female, but I would eat lunch with them. I would talk to them because I don't know why, but I can't get along with my classmates. So it's either I would get along with the teachers or get along with the older kids or the younger kids.
doesn't
So it's
doesn't
pretty
that
indifferent to me.
mm-hmm. So doesn't that actually somewhat give you like isn't that like a challenge or doesn't that give you problems where your classmates tend to make gossips about uy pasip-sip uy ngano yung ano na
I've
I mean
been through that,
yeah I think
but
there are a
but
lot that one.
but the thing is, I'm a capable student, so they can talk shit about me. Oh, I'm sorry for my words. I mean, I would prove it to them that I
It's okay,
deserve this
it's
grade.
okay.
I deserve
Mm-hmm.
this standing. So when my teacher would
Very
give me a high grade, it's because I would show them my scores. Here are my scores. Here's my class standing. I would stand up in front, do oral recitations, participate, be leaders of groups. So there wasn't really a problem with like my grades and the connection with the teacher because I will show them that I am a capable student and I am capable of having that grade. So yeah, there wasn't really rumors about grades and teachers.
good. Right. So now that is cleared up. I do have another let's just say unorthodox or the questions that shouldn't be asked. Zena,
Mm-mm.
was there a moment in your life as a student where, because we have a lot of young teachers that are actually hot, young men teachers. So was there a point in your life, you know where this question is going, so it's okay if you don't want to answer, or you have, or you can answer, but was there a moment where like you had a certain crush on a guy teacher and you had fantasies with him, like, oh, I just hope he gets impressed with me and ask me out on a date. Do you have those fantasies, Zena?
Actually, yes. You know, I'm
Ooh.
into older guys.
Ah,
So
you are.
when I was in senior high, I have this very intelligent teacher, which I really admire, and he's very kind. So during his class, I would like do twice as best, my very very best, so that he'll be like, "Oh wow." No, yeah, I had those
Technically,
times.
no. No.
I'm really into. Oh my god.
Uh, I do want to add one thing though.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, no, no, no. Like, I don't know what, I don't know what Lick was trying to make, or what confirmation or hard hitting question that was. But like, if my teacher was hot, dude, I wouldn't even miss attendance. I don't know what you're talking about, because I think that applies to us.
Oh,
I mean,
also my
Bro,
as
bro, you
early.
see a hot, like, if you see a hot female teacher and she fills all the gaps that you think is hot, dude, I don't think you're gonna miss class. I think you'll be sitting in the front and just say, ako ma'am. Like, come on. Really? That doesn't even apply individually. That even applies to us. I don't know what you talking about.
Bruh.
Joe, the thing
If
is, here's the
I
thing. Kanang, I don't really base my crushes on how hot a teacher is or a person. I'm into, like I said, intelligent teachers. So when this guy teacher, and when this teacher is really like into the class, really teaches well, and yeah, it's very admirable. Though I don't have fantasies, I really don't have fantasies. I would just admire them, and yeah, they're amazing.
See, see, the thing is,
Fantasy.
you see, the thing is, I do agree on that. I do agree on that. That you find the hotness or beauty of a teacher because of their intelligence. I
Yes,
was trying to say that it kind of applies to me and Lick, or even Zeke, that if there is a certain teacher that fills the gap of hotness that requires for us to think they're hot, I'm saying we would not be missing class. We would not be in a computer cafe. We would be there just to see her. Cause
bruh,
I can ask you right now, Lick, have you ever had any hot teacher that you would not miss a certain class? Lick, you there?
Yeah, everything just came back to me when I was in high school. So,
Yeah, yeah. Get the frick out of here. Like, if you don't, you telling me you haven't done, yo, get the hell out of here.
I know the question just needed to be asked because I want to ask from a girl's perspective
That's
because
true.
we
You're
never
right.
know. You never know. Girls might just be there because they just want to have their nails polished. I don't know. I never know what girls think during my time when I was a student because all I could think about girls just wanting to impress their or flaunt their dress to other girls. Like, yo, girl, I got better clothes than you. My makeup's quite much better. I have a better bag. Look at this Gucci right here in my waist. Those kind of
yeah,
things.
guy.
So as a guy, I really needed that question because what if there's this hot teacher and he's really smart and intelligent? Do student girls actually have a crush on this guys? I mean, he's really old. And
Yeah,
speaking of which, you mentioned that you are into older guys. Why
yeah.
is that? What's with girls being into older guys? Vito,
No,
do
it's.
you have
I
an
think
idea? I don't have an idea.
About what?
Okay,
About
it's like
About girls being into older guys. I mean, do you have an idea? I'm very blank right now.
for
uh I,
me, I mean,
okay.
different. Yeah. So like for me, I like older guys, like two or three, 2 to 6 years older than me, because I just find
How old are
them
you now?
19.
I shouldn't be asking a girl her age, but how old are you? You're
It's
19.
fine. Yeah.
So you like guys between 25, 26?
Oh no, it's like 22 to 26 or 27.
All right. All right. Okay, okay. Fair enough. Okay, so why?
They just give this aura, peaceful aura. I mean, have you seen the guys in our generation though? I mean, even before when I was in grade seven, grade six, my crushes would always be in college or yeah, older than me. When I was in grade 10, my crush was in college. Grade 8, grade 9, grade 8, my crush were in college. Crushes in college. Like they're very, what do you call this? Peaceful and they're very mature. Some of them, yeah. Because the guys in my age, I swear, man, not all of them. Some of the guys my age are just, I can't explain. I can't say anything. Just they're just a no for me, especially below me, because been there.
I
You have
okay.
you have some
So
bad experience, okay?
I just want to point out, uh, like you asked me, why do females tend to look for older guys?
Yes, yes,
Uh,
yes.
I mean, you're gonna have to agree on this though, which is, because like I don't know if you feel the same way. What is the difference between like us versus someone who is younger? Like you can literally tell easily, right? The difference between in when it comes to our age versus the ones who are on the younger age, which I think is called maturity. The older
Yeah,
you get,
experience.
maturity is like, you know, more frequent to show. And I think most female tend to want maturity over immaturity. Because like immaturity relationships, I think is like tiring for them, or like there's no consistency. So when it comes to older guys, they tend to be more mature a lot of things and could be like more healthy, or let's say they can fill the gaps on what's missing, on what the females are looking for. So that's my piece of opinion when it comes to female looking for older guys. Now, I do sometimes think there should be a two-way side, that like, older guys tend to be more manipulative to the younger females, but that does come in a certain, circumstances. So, but generally I think it's because older men, or older guys tend to be more mature than younger guys. That's what I think. Do you agree on that? Do you agree?
Because yeah, I do. Although it's not my current situation, but I think that is one valid reason because I think Zena can agree with that one because
It's a matter of preference.
yeah, it could be a matter of preference, but if the girl is seeking maturity, I think age does have a factor in it
Yeah,
because
that's true.
age comes with experience and experience comes with wisdom and wisdom equates to maturity, especially when we talk about how relationships are being handled. Although it is never a guarantee that if the guy is older, the uh, the success rate of having a good relationship is still dependent on both parties.
That is true.
Because for me, as a married guy, I mean, I do have my compromises. Compromise. My wife has hers, but it's a matter of, for us, it was just a matter of like, yo, what's wrong? I mean, what's what's up? And she's like, I don't want to talk about it. And I'm like, of course you want to talk about it. That's why you don't want to talk about it because you want to, but you just don't want to. You know what? It's like it's. I mean, it's like the person being in denial actually wants to talk about it. And if if you as a guy actually has that understanding to because for me maturity is like being able to understand the person without necessarily getting to know what's up. That's for me, huh? As a married guy. I mean, my wife doesn't have to tell me that she is a problem, but if I see her having this kind of bad language, I just approach her and what's up? And she says, nah, everything's good. And I'm like, yeah, something is up. Tell me about it. So it's like that. That's that's what maturity means to me. You don't need to be told everything to uh to do something, you know? There's the initiative of uh of of doing things. Although there are also limits to what you can do because not most of the time that the person would really be open up to talk about our problems in a relationship. Sometimes I just leave my wife her. I just kind of leave her to her thing, let her think, and just be there for her. And that's just for me though. I don't know about other people, but that's how I've held my marriage at such a very young age, and I could still vividly remember our petty fights, and we kind of got over it.
Maturity comes in age.
Yeah,
Well, that was good, Lake. Do you want our good host to actually give his hard hitting question? He's
yeah.
been very silent. Zeke,
Hmm.
You never know what Ziki thinks.
yeah, Zeke, come on, man, you gotta have a hard hitting question.
Hard hitting questions. Sige ah.
Oh,
Pero yan, ano naman
shall
to
we
sa,
fucking
ano,
go?
ano naman to sa topic ng relationship. Sen,
Oh, no.
relationship.
Yeah.
Nakasunod naman ka na, ano. So, how did it go wrong?
Uh, we weren't compatible. We
Hmm.
realized that after a year. His
After a
methods, my methods. Yeah, like we realized that after 15 months. His methods, my methods, two different things.
In terms
I
of
think,
not being compatible, can you elaborate on that?
for example, mm, it's like I'm pushing my expectations on him, and also uh, young ways because he's very inexperienced. I mean, it's my first relationship. It was his first, but I initiated things. I'm the one who became the guy in the relationship. I would apologize from time to time if there are like, yeah, I'm the one who pursued him in a thought. So I got drained. I mean, he was good. He was good. He didn't do anything like terrible, and which ended up na nawala niya. No, it was a mutual decision. We were like, you are still not ready to be in a relationship, and so I am, and I'm not ready to be with you. I don't want to be with you. So yeah, we ended it because of that. They lived with me kasi nabot. Kana lang. We have a lot of fights. Like a lot of fights. Imagine breaking up for 13 times in 12 months. Like how is that
13
even
times.
in 12 months? So like how is that even possible? In terms of relationship, he's very inexperienced. He's very immature. Though he's a good friend, but not a good lover. For me, that is. But maybe for some other girl, he's good. But for me, I wanna aim high. I wanna reach the top. He just wanna stay down. He just wanna stay down. And it's like becoming a handicap for me. That, oh, I wanna do this, I wanna do that. But it's like, nah, let's just stay here. That kind of bothered me for how many months. I told him that, yeah, we're really different from each other.
So how did you endure that 1 year of relationship and 13 months of
It,
chickens?
we've been
Yeah,
There
Months.
13
so
times. So,
yeah, we've been together for 15 months, right? And the third 3 months is like smooth sailing na. I mean, not really smooth sailing, but less kanang away. The atong 12 months is that the thing is forgiveness, acceptance, and chances. Uh, I've always gave him a lot of chances. I'm the one who made chances. He told me a lot of times na he's done, di na niya kaya. Di na niya kaya ko i-handle. And dili na niya kaya mosulod ani nagtang. But I would go to him and like, why don't you just continue? Like, oh man, continue na mo. Yeah, I told you I'm the guy in the relationship.
so
Kind of hard, but it was fine. Because you see, Zeke, I don't want to make him feel like he's a guy and I'm the girl. I want him to feel like he's a human being. That's why I never really treated him like he should be assertive or dominant in a relationship because I'm the one who's assertive.
regarding that kind of topic, dili
Mm-mm.
ba ka kana ang rason nga kuan nga murag dili siya kakuan kayo kay murag nawala iyang pride nga siya ang laki.
Oh yeah, now that
That
I
is a
think
good
about it,
question.
yes, I mean, I'm the one who asked him on dates and would spend. Also, I'm the one who would usually give gifts, letters. Yeah. So technically, maybe he got used to it. That he thinks that I might be okay with it forever. But the thing is, hutan ko, na-drain ko. Yeah, I got tired and yeah, nakukud ko. The more I forgive him, the more he loves me. But the more, let me, the more I forgive him, my feelings are slowly dying out. Because it's not just simple fights, it's not just simple mistakes. They're huge mistakes that would cause me trauma from time to time. Yeah, so, nahurot lang ko. But he's a really good friend. He's a great person. Acts of service, words of affirmation, physical contact, but
Hmm.
now we're just not compatible.
Kung mabalik lugar ka sa katong nga relasyon, example lang, kung nibalik ka sa oras nga kabo pa ato, mo consider ka nga napakailahi na yung mga
Mm.
kuan ato nga lahi nga approach.
Muling
Mabalik sa,
ibalik.
Kung
I,
example lugar, kung na kay panahon nga mabalik to nga panahon nga wow, wala na ay time travel, wow, kato, ingot mo balik
Wow.
nga panahon nga kamo pa kuno ay ato, nakailahi nga approach niya kung kato pagyapon sa hindi ko.
akong choice guys katura kay actually I'm the one who pursued him. I'm the one who confessed first. I'm the one who asked him out. It's like, hey, I like you, go out with me. And he said no at first. But then after 5 months, he finally said yes.
Pero
And that
dili
was
nga kuan nga isya mo yung approach mo nga maghimo ka og kuan opportunity ay magikuan ka saya og opportunity nga nay panahon nga siya may makaduol sa imo instead nga ikaw saya.
yeah, sa among last year ending nga months. But
Hmm.
then naman gud ang pangluod jud eh. Which I hate very much. Kay prangka manggod ko. Prangka ko na kuan saya bala. Ingnan ako siya nga. Wa ako ganahi ani. So kuan please ana. But then there are times na he would keep keep it to himself. So, but usually prank ka din eh. And akong approach sa Japon kay katura maguro kay kung akong approach bitaw imagine gani kami ato. Then akong approach ato kay mang-load-load po kapil. We were done like 1 month.
1 month.
He did something I couldn't forget in 1 month, in that month. But I was the one who gave him the chance to apologize.
Hmm.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
So, may mo yung kung gid nimo gyud wala kay kwan wa kay i-list yung mga decisions nga imong gibuhat sa atong kwan panahon. Gikan sa una paingon sa kanila.
Kaya wa man ko'y choice. I
Hmm.
needed to do those things para ma-warm up siya. He's a very, very cold person at first, like very cold. He's popular with the girls because he sings. He's very, very cold. I can remember the coldness, I swear. But because of my approach, he warmed up. He went from Elsa to Flame Princess. Pero ako ang nahimay og pa Elsa. Pa Ice King, Ice Queen.
Hmm.
Mm.
Let it go. Oh,
So, kamo nga host eh
wow,
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
bro.
I was not expecting
Yeah,
Zeke to.
yeah, me too, bro. We have the same thoughts. It was like, oh shit. The moment Zeke said, "How did it go wrong?" I was like, "Oh shit, it's about to go down."
Nah, dude,
I
dude.
did.
I thought mine was just like pretty chill, and Lick was like almost there, but goddamn, Z was like, "Oh yeah, what if this happens, huh? Well, Like, this happens. You think it's gonna be okay? What if this? Like, goddamn, Zeke, man,
Expect that.
jeez." So we really do have a session like Zeke asking the hardest questions. Damn, you gotta put
I
that in session, Lick.
that caught me off guard. Off guard.
Yeah, man. I was like, then Zeke was like, so if there were other opportunities for you to change your decision, oh yeah,
Right?
damn, bro, obviously that was awesome. That was that was those were really hard-hitting questions. So now my question is, ah, okay, follow-up question, follow-up.
Yes.
So
What
my
is it?
follow-up question is Zena ready? I
Oh,
mean, I guess you moved on from the guy. I'm guessing you moved on, right? So are you ready for another relationship?
dili. Di ko.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
oh,
Dico.
Kuha
Oh,
pa
Dico, Dico, Zik, Dico, Ziki. Oh,
I Kuya Amulet.
yeah,
The
sure.
thing is, I haven't recovered yet. I want to fully
Oh,
heal before entering into another one. Also, I'm praying and planning after college ako magsulod sa truck because I don't think I'll be able to handle it. Though, kung na ako'y mature partner na mo abot, that would be a blessing. And then understanding kayo. But karon kay, I don't think kaya na ako ba kay lain kay kayo ang mental stability kay not in the right way. Though, basta may blessing 2 years from now or I don't know, maybe a year from now.
2 years from now, huh? So, but you would still prefer older guys, right? So you're really closing the door for guys your age, or
Uh,
not?
mm, I like the gentle, peaceful, and smart type. So, if someone reaches that one,
Right.
yeah,
You mentioned gentle. You
yeah,
mentioned smart.
yes,
What did you say again? Gentle, smart, and what?
peaceful. Someone who brings me.
Peaceful. Okay. I do know some guys who are like that, but nah,
age of
nah,
60.
nah, they don't. I don't really recommend those. I can't really say for sure if they're still there because I haven't seen them for a while. I actually have friends. I actually know a lot of guys like that, and yeah, I think they're fun people to be with. Peaceful,
Like
smart, and gentle. I mean, that is
like
just the
some
perfect guy. I mean,
I would also
Zeke and
like
I are
someone.
Zeke Vito and I are freaking crazy.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's
I
true.
mean, come on. I mean, like every time me and Zeke go together, it's like a freaking circus.
Oh, I
Holy
mean,
shit!
when it comes to peaceful, I don't necessarily mean quiet. It's not equal to quiet,
Oh,
but you can be noisy, but like a good type of noisy. Noisy, but not
oh, like
massive.
okay. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. That is all right. So anyway, Vito, do you have other questions for Zena?
Uh, actually, no, actually not. Not as like I can't think of anything right now. But we're heading into an hour and 30 minutes onto the podcast. Do you wanna end the podcast now, or do you still want to continue? Because we're
I
like
I
four
still
minutes
I
in,
still do
and then
have
we're
yeah. Let's just reach 2 hours in the program. I do have
okay.
some questions for her about.
Okay.
I actually want her opinion on on our on our current situation regarding their circumstances as a student like Zena. If if you were given a chance, if it was actually announced that face-to-face classes will be back again, would you, as a student, agree to such a proposal from DepEd? I mean, I know you're from college, your college, so
Yeah.
Ched, yeah. Would you agree to a face-to-face class, or would you like suspend it until you're vaccinated? Let's just
Um.
say it is a limited face-to-face class because it is actually being brought up now in other
Mm-mm.
schools that they are
That is
very
true.
much open to limited face-to-face classes. So what is your opinion on that one as a college student?
What I can say is that it's a matter of choice. You know, like these students could pick to be at home and be online, while these type of students could go to school. So kung unsay lang pilion o unsay lang gusto na mas convenient sa ila kay ang duha mangod kay there are pros and cons. For example, ang danger sa face to face. Sa online po kay kanang insufficient learning. So unsa ang mas dali para sa tanan, I guess I would go with that.
Mhm. Okay, so you're basically saying that you are in agreement with the limited face-to-face provided students have the option to choose online and being actually a part of
Mm.
limited face-to-face. Is that what you mean? Okay,
Yes.
thank you for your input. I will be using that one for my research. Thank you. So anyway, I have yes, because your opinion as a student, I'm not it's your opinion as a student really do matters because in 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 a setting as planners or as as managers, it is very important for us to ask the stakeholders to what they really think because they are the one receiving the services. And if schools or commissions don't or departments don't listen to the stakeholders, then what is the point of our services, diba? So so I was asking the question because it's really important to know what you guys think of that proposal
Mm.
because I, for one, am very much in agreement to limited face-to-face classes because I think it's about high time and we are actually receiving vaccines. So I think we should start the transition of getting that normal life back. But if we can't, let's just stick to what we have. So I think that is just my question. I think I don't have any more questions for you, Zina.
All
Thank
right.
you.
What about you
So
guys?
no, I got none. You got some, Zeke? Oh wait, never mind. I'm gonna ask the the hard hitting Zeke.
So,
Do you have any other questions or are you done?
wala na.
All right. Uh okay, so shall I end it, Lick?
Yeah, sure. Let's do
All
it.
right. So all right, everybody, is 10:41 p.m. We just had some major discussion of a lot of things, where they come from relationship to generation to other things, to schools, school system, to the new normal, and to new experience of online classes. We're pretty great. Uh, Everybody's doing fine. We're gonna end it now because I think everybody's very sleepy or what so. Thank you for listening for our podcast. If Lake was on a video, thank you for watching. I mean, Lake, what is your streaming name, Lake?
Yu Yu Zabaru Gaming.
Right there,
It's
you go.
really hard to it's really hard to
Yeah,
spell
no
though.
worries, no worries, no worries. You, yeah, whatever stream platform he's on, check him out. What is it? Is it that's not subscribe, right? It's more like likes and stuff.
Yeah, it's like a follow or a like button.
Follow, all right, follow like button. For the podcast, we might start soon making a page or so you can start following. Uh, that'll be on later on basis. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching on the platform stream. Thank you for everything. Well, we'll see you next time.
See you guys. Have a good night.